Hi everyone, NETFQ here and welcome to another EVE Online video. Right, as you can see, I'm currently in my Loki and I'll be doing some Blood Raider DED sites today. And as you can see, I've got one here in the system OSIF and it's a Blood Raider Covenant. And it is a DED 6 out of 10 site. It's much like the Centum one, except the room is completely, well, the rooms are completely different. So let's go ahead and warp to the location and I'll talk you through what's going on. So as you can see, this little blurb here says, according to reliable sources within the Amar Navy, this Deadpsace complex is currently occupied by a large contingent of Crimson Hand cultists. Intelligence indicates that the Crimson Hand, a military splinter of the Blood Raider Covenant, is currently engaged in a massive military build-up. It is unclear if they still allied with Amar Sarikasa, can't really pronounce that, but what is obvious is that they seem to be planning something big. So here we go, we've landed on the gate and I've turned everything on, including my missile guidance computers, my hardeners and my armor repairer. Definitely need that to be on, otherwise we will not last long. So we land in the first room and as you can see, it's completely different than the Centus 6 out of 10 site. There's a lot more smaller stuff around and yeah, just a couple of battleships. But the first thing we want to do is just turn on our Afterburner and just burn towards the structure in the middle there. And yeah, start by killing all the big stuff first and then go after the small stuff. So normally what I do is I use my missiles. There are two types of missiles that I'll use. There's just the hams, so the Rage heavy assault missiles and the Javelin heavy assault missiles. The Javelin are the ones that do slightly less damage but they give you the range, and the Rage ones give you slightly more damage but the range is quite horrible on them. It's only 29 kilometers, whereas Javelins give you about 52, and that's with two missile guidance computers using the missile range script. But anyway, as you can see, as we go past all the small stuff, I take out my drones, which are just the light drones, and yeah, they take care of all the small stuff in proximity, while my missiles take care of the big stuff. And yeah, pretty easy clear for this room. So what we'll do is we'll sit back and watch this and wait until we get into the next room and I'll let you know what's going on there. Right, and what we want to do once everything is dead is shoot that security tower there, because it has a key pass in it that drops in the cargo container that we need in order to activate the gate. So that's the last thing we do. We don't have to kill these sentry towers. We just scoop the Crimson Hand level 1 key pass and activate the gate. Now this second room is pretty easy. The first thing we have to do when we land is there are two stasis web towers that we need to kill first. So what I like doing is just slow boating towards them, just slow boating towards the main structure straight ahead, And as we do that, just kill the sentry towers, not the sentry, sorry, the stasis towers when they get into range, because 2 of them, when they web you, you do slow down a hell of a lot, and you do take a hell of a lot of incoming damage. So I just take them out. They are pretty easy to take out. They don't really have any armaments to speak of, so a couple of javelin missiles are down pretty easily. And then, as with the first room, we just want to go towards the nearest battleship and kill it, and just basically go around just killing all the big battleships. And then once they're all down, just kill all the small stuff. Again, you don't have to kite anything. The Loki is got a hell of a tank on it, and you really don't take that much damage incoming. So yeah, just go around killing all the battleships. Once they're all down, kill all the small stuff, and now there is in the middle of the room here a Crimson Hand container, if you like, and in that is the other key pass that you're going to need to get to the next room. It's the Crimson Hand level 2 key pass, and also to the container may small chance to contain some faction stuff, so it's definitely worth getting, but yeah, you definitely need that key pass to activate the gate. So yeah, sit back and let's clear this room, and I'll talk to you again when we get into the third room. Right, and on to the third room. Now, as you can see, as soon as we land, you can see this big huge structure in the middle. That's actually a stasis web tower, and that webs you for the duration of this room. There's no point killing it. It has too much of a tank to kill, so yeah, you just have to put up with being webbed for the duration, but it's not too bad. It just takes a bit longer to get these battleships down because they do like to stay at range. As soon as I land, what I tend to do is just burn straight for the top 3 up there and get them down, and then start on the ones on the right, and then the ones on the left to finish off. And yeah, because they like staying at range, you're predominantly going to be using your javelin missiles, but yeah, if any do get into range, definitely use your rage because they go down a lot quicker. And yeah, as you can see, there are 2 gates in this room. The gate on the right takes you to a supply complex. There's nothing really in that room worth it, so I just tend to always go to the gate on the left, which takes you to the command center, and that is the 4th and last room in this DED 6 out of 10 site for Blood Raiders. So yeah, sit back, and as soon as this room is done, we'll go to the 4th and final room, and I'll let you know what I do there. Right, and on to the fourth and final room. Now the only rat in here that you need to pay attention to is the one called the Crimson Lord. That is the guy you want to shoot, because he's the one that contains the Overseer's personal effects, as well as hopefully some faction loot as well. So all I do is I just sit there and then I just blast him. You don't have to move. The whole room doesn't aggro you, so it's best not to move because you don't want too much aggro. So you just want to sit there, take the aggro that's coming in, which you can tank fine in Loki, and just blast the Crimson Lord. Now, if you don't have applied or sustained damage going to him, he does rep really well. He has basically two reppers. He has a shield repper as well as an armor repper. And as you can see, especially the fact that I didn't get him down the first time before I had to reload my missiles, and you can see that he repped his shields pretty much full, as well as his armor backup as well. So it took basically quite a bit to try and get him down. Now normally I can get him down in one cycle, I guess, or I should say one load of my missiles. I don't have to reload them, but unfortunately for some reason I didn't manage to get them down all the way, so I did have to reload and start the whole process again. But you just basically need to have sustained damage going to him, and he just melts. But if you have to stop to reload, his shields and armor get ripped really well. So anyway, we'll just sit here and wait for him to die, and then we'll see what we get. Right, now one of the tricks here is you don't really want to go straight for the cargo container and scoop the loot. What you want to do is you want to bookmark it and then warp off and wait for the site to despawn. I've found that that's the easiest way to do it, and it's the safest, because if you go any closer, you do get quite a bit of damage and it's just not worth it. So I tend to just bookmark the wreck, warp off, and just wait for the site to despawn. But what I can do is, while we're here, I can actually just show you the fit that I'm using. Pretty basic fit for the Loki here. So let's go ahead and bring up the fittings for it. Right, so as you can see, standard fitting, Howitzer Artillery Tech 2s, we've got 2 of them. We've got 5 Heavy Assault Missile Launcher Tech 2s. We've got a Federation Navy 10mm Afterburner, and that allows you to go just over 600 meters a second. We've got Missile Guidance Computer Tech 2s with the missile range scripts loaded. For the low slots, we've got the Centum A-type Medium Armor Repairer, X-type Thermal Armor Hardener, X-type EM Armor Hardener, and the Caldari Navy Ballistic Control System. We've got 4 of them as well. For the rigs, we've just got the Thermal Armor Reinforcer, the EM Armor Reinforcer, and the Medium Bay Loading Accelerator Tech 2. For the subsystems, we've just got the Adaptive Defense node. We've got the Launch Efficiency configuration, and just the other standard ones we've got for the Loki. And then just the standard charges, Javelin and Rage are what you want, and the Republic Fleet EMP medium artillery shells for the howitzers. So that's pretty much it. So what we can do is we can have a look to see if our site has despawned. It doesn't actually take long, so it should have despawned by now. And you can tell if it's despawned because when you want to warp to it, if the site is still up, you'll get that box telling you that you're warping to a DED site. If you don't get the box, like I didn't get there, then you know that it's despawned, so you can go warp straight to the wreck. So that's what we'll do. And yeah, we'll see what sort of loot we get. And we are just about there. Right, landed. Let's see what we get. Right, so nothing really exciting. We just got a faction blueprint, the 19th tier Overseer's personal effect, and a dark blood multi-spectrum energized membrane. And that's pretty much it. I don't take the heavy anode gun there. It's not worth it. But yeah, not bad. So for all the rats we killed and the loot that we got, yeah, it's not bad for a 6 out of 10. Basically, yeah, you can drop all the A types that you'll normally get in a Centus 6 out of 10. So yeah, again, you know, you can get a billion plus worth of loot out of these sites, as well as the ship blueprints that drop. Yeah, obviously they are the Blood Raider faction ones and not the Centum faction ones. So yeah, it's just a bit of variety. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, yeah, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It definitely helps my channel out a lot and helps me grow and reach more people. And yeah, just on the other note as well, that I have been accepted into the EVE partner program. And yeah, there are going to be some skins coming out very, very soon, probably sometime next week. And what these skins will be, the first lot will be for the Astero. So that's pretty exciting. It'll be really interesting to see what these skins are. And yeah, what I will be doing is I will not be keeping them. I will be giving them away to my viewers on my YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that. They aren't going to be physical. Well, they're not going to be in-game assets. What they're going to do is they're going to give us some codes that you'll be able to redeem and get the skin that way. So definitely stay tuned to that. So as you can see, once I finish the site, what I do is I reconfigure my Loki into a treble fit Loki, and that's by replacing the rigs and replacing the low slops with some stabs and a warp core stabilizer. And yeah, installing a Covert Ops cloaking device Tech 2 so I can travel well cloaked. And yeah, so best all around fit. Yeah, very stealthy, really hard to catch, and obviously, yeah, you can change out the rigs when you land in the system. If there's no station in the system, yeah, just bring a mobile depot if you like. So once you land in the system, go somewhere safe, deploy your mobile depot, reconfigure your ship, and then you're good to go. But yeah, luckily most systems around period basis and period Sol is lots of test structures that I can dock up and reconfigure in safety. So yeah, until the next time, fly safe and bye for now.